And the U.S. Embassy advising U.S. citizens not to travel to Kabul's airport and for those around it to leave immediately. Concern over a security threat. Seth Jones is back with us, Senior Vice President for the Center for Strategic and International Studies, former advisor to U.S. Special Operations in Afghanistan. You know, Seth, CNN's been reporting for much of the day that there's been a specific threat stream against the crowds around the airport and saying essentially what all of us know, that ISIS-K wants to cause havoc, that they'd like nothing better than to attack. But apparently they're capable and actually planning such attacks. Now it looks like some of that may be coming to fruition. How do you see this?
That's exactly what it looks like right now. ISIS-K has shown an ability that they can conduct surveillance on targets, including ones like large numbers of people at the airport. They can get the weapons and suicide bombers and truck bombs into the area and then execute the attack. They've done this repeatedly over the past year or two, and I think the idea of targeting people around the airport right now with their American forces is a tempting target.
The American forces, I mean, what we've been told publicly at least is the forces are inside the airport. The forces are guarding the airport. They're not round and about in Kabul anymore or anywhere else. So to get there, you just have to get past Taliban fighters in the back of a truck, I guess.
Well, you can also shoot mortars and standoff rockets over the walls into the airport. But again, what ISIS-K has shown an ability to do is kill large numbers of civilians. I mean, they don't care. If this makes the Taliban look bad, that's even okay with them as well. So killing people around the gates of the airport is a tempting enough target for ISIS-K.
I'm not sure people are altogether familiar with what ISIS-K is. I mean, it's a splinter group. It's round and about. Tell our viewers what you can about who they are and what they want.
Well, ISIS-K, it's a branch of what has operated in both Iraq and Syria. It broke away years ago from al-Qaeda. Its leaders want to establish a global emirate, not just in Afghanistan, but across the Middle East and Africa and other locations, including Asia. And their goal is an emirate run by an extreme version of Islamic law. So it's anti-democratic. So again, their goal is to use violence or violent jihad, to establish an emirate. So, I mean, in a sense, they're a main competing organization of the Taliban and al-Qaeda.
Right. There's this possibility, at least eventually, of there being conflict between the Taliban and ISIS-K, that there might be some sort of, war, if not skirmishes, and that ISIS-K would very much like to get a hold of some of the weapons that the United States gave to the Afghans, that the Taliban took from the Afghans and used it against us. And if they were able to attack the Taliban and United States troops and Afghans who were trying to escape all at the same time, that's like lotto action.
That's a trifecta. And note, by the way, that ISIS-K and the Taliban have engaged in pitched battles, including in eastern Afghanistan around Nangarhar province, for example. So they're mortal enemies that have fought and bled each other.